Alafia, Alafia, Alafia family. And Cabo, welcome. Welcome on in. Happy full moon. Come on in, family. It is time, family, to unplug. To unplug, to disconnect yourself from the matrix way of thinking, and the whole ideology. Also, family, go on ahead and take that deep breath in, inhaling in through the nose, out through the mouth, releasing all of that poison and pressure that was picked up while you was plugged into the matrix. I do pray, family. Alafia. Yes, family. We are still out of time, and we understand that it is full moon time.
It is full.
It is full moon time, family. And let me tell you, this energy in Aries with this Mars in retrograde ain't happened since when?
1988.
Oh, family, y'all want to get a reading today and find out what's going on, because it's going to be some friction. It's going to be some wahala going on. So you want to step on the right squares, not trap up any trips. I say, come on in, family. Everyone who is tuning on in, you already know the beautiful voices and the faces you are seeing. I am Oya Yemi. I'm an ancestral priest of over 21 years, initiated.
I'm Otola. I'm a diviner, healer, and reader, and we are the House of Confirmation. Ekabo, come on and family. I see a dupe.
I said, come on and family.
Alafia family, for everyone that's coming in, we will be going out and coming back in, family. Let's see. Oh shit. Alafia, Miss Taylor.
Alafia family.
Alafia.
Come on in, like, love, share. Family, let everyone know the House of Confirmations. We are actually opening up only 8 spots tonight, family.
8 spots.
8 spots. We are still on the road. We have been heavily busy with family who has been calling on the godparents. For those who are in the area of Atlanta, we have been doing a lot of hands-on work. So, family, we are taking this time out to go live and make sure family is getting their messages. It is full moon season, family.
Absolutely. Come on in, beautiful family.
Alafia Nikki, Alafia Taylor, Alafia Lashonda, Alafia Jaleisha, Alafia family. Let's go ahead and like, love, share, tag family on in so we can go ahead and open up. Make sure you are coming in with your head. All right, family, we are back.
I love it, everyone that is tuning in. I say happy full moon. Family, not sure if you all know, but the month of October has two full moons. Who knew that? I didn't know that. I just found that out. Who knew that the month of October has two full moons? So, family, yes, this month we will be going through two full moons.
It's a lot of energy within 1 month.
While we're in a Mars retrograde. And after the Mars retrograde, we will be in another Mercury retrograde. Family, hopefully that you are tackling these demons. Okay? I share a lot better. Thank you for everyone that is tuning in. Make sure that you are getting your full moon messages. We are out of town. Okay? So this is definitely us out of love, knowing that we always enjoy our full moon with family. Shout out to family that are booking us while we're out of town. Shout out to those who have booked their house cleansings, their house blessings, their in-person readings.
I'll say, especially shout out to the Robinson family.
Yes, the Robinson
For those
family.
who know Marcus that tunes on in, Godson Marcus. Yes, we had just left his house. His beautiful family, his beautiful mother, his sister, and oh my God, we cannot forget Ace. Family. We had a wonderful time out there at Marcus's family house with Nshili Yomi and family. We are still going to be posting pictures. Reviews are coming. Make sure you are booking your house cleansing. They are so beneficial. So much comes out, so much is released, and so much you can do after the cleansing is done.
Just receive the review. Now, family, if y'all want full moon messages as a collective, as a group, as a whole, make sure that you are sharing, liking, and loving, and tagging family on in us get some more viewers so we can be able to read the full moon on behalf of a group. I share family.
And I'm doing my part and sharing. So that we can go ahead and get into this. Y'all already know the mothers of the church, get them in here. All right, I have done my part. I have liked, loved, and shared. Letting everyone know about the House of Confirmation has opened up on live. Family, we are still out of town. We cannot promise the next time we will be going live as we are doing a lot of hands-on work. Once again, for those who are in the Atlanta area or the Augusta area, let us know we are in your area. If you are looking for the hands-on, if you are looking for House of Confirmation to come out and do readings in your place, let us know now before we move back into the other states. We don't want to, like last year, hit states all over again. Was that we've already been into family. We did a lot of traveling last year.
Yes, we did. And we're definitely trying not to do it the same way we did last year. As soon as we got home, people would call us back out. And that's having the hearts that we had. Of course, y'all know we went back out, family. So if you're in the Georgia area, if you're in the South Carolina area, North Carolina area, the Virginia area, or New York area, we will be traveling through those states. I know after Atlanta, after Augusta, we will be headed to New York. For those who are in the tri-state area, we know we got a lot of loved ones out there. I should shout out to Nikki who has hopped on that Usher board. Baba was already speaking before we hit out of town on what he wanted to do for all the mothers of the church.
Yes, because I love the mothers of the church. You know, they are an important part of the House of Confirmations.
Yes, absolutely. I do pray for the love family. We're just letting family come on in. Seems like y'all a little tired. Family, if y'all are tired, let us know. We will come back.
We understand the full moon been pulling on y'all. We can schedule to try to go live tomorrow. If we can push some schedule on, because I do want to speak to the family.
Yes, absolutely. But I want to make sure family is with us.
Yes.
They're not just bored and ain't got nothing else better to do. So might as well tune in. We don't use spirit's energy for that. Okay.
Okay.
A different Miss Nikki. Oh, different. A different Miss Nikki. Thank you so much, guys. You would definitely be showing appreciation.
Mm-hmm. Yes, all the mothers of the church, all the mothers who come in and they share, they speak, they make their presence known. We got something for y'all. Please hold on. And we know exactly who you all are. We know exactly who the mothers of the church are because they come in without having to be asked and they go straight into tagging, liking, loving, sharing.
Alright. Family, let us know if you're ready for these messages. We know Miss Nikki is ready for these messages. Family, let us know if you're ready. And for those who didn't know, crystal balls are the most strongest during the full moon time. Okay. For those who have never gotten a crystal ball reading, full moon is one of the best times to get a crystal ball reading.
Mm-hmm. It is. Yamoja. For those who are learning about the Orishas, for those who are on their journey, for those who are hopefully taking notes, Yamoja, as Saturday is Yamoja Day, colors blue and white if you have not already noticed. She is the mother of the full moon. She is the mother of the ocean. She is the mother, the original Orisha of divination. One of her divination forms would be, yes, the crystal ball family.
Yes, also Yamaja manifest through dreams, visions, and I believe she actually taught Miranda Lagoon. She came up with Miranda Lagoon or Edna Lagoon. I have to go back on my studies when I be researching on the Orishas chart. I find out more and more and more. I know you can never know too much.
No, the world is infinite, full of information. For those who are wondering about Miranda Lagoon, it is a form of divination. For those who know about Opoles and Ifa, if you know about throwing Opoles to commune with Ifa, there are different forms that you can commune with Ifa. One of the ways it is with Opoles. Now, there is a story. Are you familiar with the story about Oshun? Was it Oshun or Yamada who was being too old to be reading as a new time? It's a story of one of their wishes. I will get back to the family. I believe it is Oshun. She was granted the way of reading with Ifa, but she does not read with Theopoles, the 16 Odus. She is using Miranda Lagoon. That is another form. So we learn about the original, we learn of the different forms of reading. We learn of the different ways that the original have learned to read before. And there is nothing new under the sun. For those who are coming in and they may say, oh, our ancestors never used tarot cards. Impossible. There's nothing new. We did not make up, this is nothing new under the sun. So we've always used different forms of divination.
I did say Miss Nikki for tagging family on, and I definitely can't wait to open up.
I'll show you. We're about to get into that.
And allow some messages to come through, especially for our girl Nikki for being so diligent. For those who are quiet tonight, don't miss out on your blessings. Make sure you are giving energy. Okay, if you want to receive a message from Spirit, because it is the full moon. This is when everything is illuminated 100%, especially with full moon being in Aries while we're in the Mars retrograde. There's a lot of aggression. There's a lot of war type energy. Everybody's inner warrior is coming out.
A lot of fighting, a lot of standing up for your rights, a lot of putting your foot down. We want to make sure it is for the right reason, not just because you feel that energy, you feel that oh, now I'm gonna put my foot down. This may be something simple. You want to make sure these are important times to use this energy. Don't just use this energy because you have this energy. Know when to use this energy, store this energy up, and then execute what you're supposed to be executing. These are very important times. We are picking up on energy that we are needing, family. So each and every one of us, just like on a chessboard, we all have different moves. Not all of us are going to use this energy the same way. So that is why we're telling family to get your reading to find out what you should be doing with this aggressive energy. For those who know about the Greek god Aries, and you know about all the gods, they're all the same God, just with different names in different towns. So when we speak of Aries, we're speaking of Ogun, we're speaking of that masculine energy. That means there is going to be some abrupt energy, there is going to be some rough energy, there's going to be no more, I will not take that no more. You're going to stand up for your rights. Also, a balance.
Yes, a balance between independence and commitment. And there was someone who got a reading in person where that message came up for them before we even tapped into the full moon energy. So I'm just so honored at how aligned we have been with spirit, just listening to spirit. Okay. So yes, independence and commitment. Being alone and being independent are two different things.
Mm.
You can be in a relationship and be alone. Okay. Okay. So just because you're with someone doesn't mean that you're independent.
Mm.
Just because you're alone doesn't mean you're independent. Just because you're single doesn't mean you're independent. We get these energies, misconstrued. Being independent and alone is two different energies.
And I want to expunge on that. Before we do, I want to go ahead and open up.
Yes.
I know family's waiting for the rest of that because I really want to dive deep onto that subject because it is very important. As we have been traveling, we got to really speak to a certain group of people.
Oh Jesus, are y'all? I don't think y'all ready for a fussing tonight.
I'm gonna have to get into it. Y'all ready, family? We hope that all the goddesses out there have your beautiful crowns on, like you see your Omitola over here. For all my gods, my warriors, make sure that we have our hair uncovered. Ashe Adukwe. This is honorable for your fathers, for your mothers, for your creator within the heavens. Ashe Adukwe. Omi tutu or not tutu, ile tutu, tutu e kongun tutu addition. Oludumare mojuba gbogbo ikolo ẹsẹ balọsẹ Oludumare mojuba ibalasẹlẹ mojuba gadanimbo ibalasẹlẹ mojuba miẹyọ ibalasẹlẹ mojuba babalẹfu ibalasẹlẹ mojuba ẹgungẹyẹ ibalasẹlẹ mojuba oyarẹsìn sí ẹbẹ ẹgungun ibababa ẹbayẹyẹ mojuba ogunnola mojuba olùṣègùn mojuba gran mojuba golden mojuba agbèrèbọlá mojuba àtiwọmi kíkà máa ṣe oṣù ẹbẹ olùṣègùn kíkà máa ṣe kíkọlágbà oyètúnjú kíkà máa ṣe ọba adéfúnmọ ẹdígbẹ oyètúnjú. Iwe owe iwe lafe iwe ayo iwe ogo kosi kukosi okokusi wahala kosi transition kosi middle kosi whisper kosi bulubu kosi anything that comes with us our destiny. I do for any money maybe first to try to be iwe I say oh we pray that you all are ready. First I want to expunge on expunge or expunge. Expunge, yeah, that's the word. On balance with being single and with being independent. It is a great thing to be independent. We were not sent here to be single, first of all. For those out there who believe that they have to be single to be independent, that they go hand in hand, that is completely different. And for some out there is realizing that now because you've been independent for so long, but you don't want to be single, but you still want your independence. That is when you are to find a balance. A lot of times when we are going out and getting this independence, we tend to pick up the male energy because we are having to now go out there and work. We can't really take care of the home. We can't really do the cleaning and the cooking. We have to put on the pants and we have to work the 8 to 12 hours and come home. That is going to leave you single. That is a great way to be independent, but there is no balance. Somebody has to play the other role. And this is going out to all of the goddesses out there because we have come across this issue quite a few times. too many within a short amount of time, where the women, the goddesses out there, are feeling as if, yes, we must be independent, we must be strong, we must be able to hold down for ourselves, don't need no man to do nothing. No. You're going to run into a brick wall where you will find that this masculine energy that you have picked up does not fit you, and that everything around you is going to be imbalanced. It is going to start with the home. It's going to start with you. You're going to see it within your relationships. Most likely, you're going to see it within your families. We all have to find a balance. And I'm not here to say that there's women's work and that there's men's work. It's not. It's not, because I'm a great chef. I enjoy cooking. I can hold down a house. I can fold clothes. I can do all that good stuff. I can bake a pie. But here's the thing, there has to be a balance. If you're not going to be the one putting on the apron and baking a pie for the women out there, do you expect for when you get into a relationship, your man to put the apron on and bake the pie? Now, that's not to say that the man can't or he shouldn't, but we are creating a balance here. Remember, we are creating a balance, a natural balance that has been here since the beginning of time, not something that you are trying to create. There is nothing new under the sun. So we have to remain in the balance that was created in the first place.
Yes, when we think of family, we should truly be thinking of structures. And a lot to all of y'all who are tuning in who may have not had a chance to speak yet. Blessings to you all. When we think of the terms of family, we should be thinking of structure. And when we look at what happened to our structure, our family structure, we could start with our communities were really squeezed. Our communities were suffocated, okay, to the point where family structure was turned into survival mode. There was a time where men and women had to do whatever at any cost to keep the families afloat. Now, when that came in, when our community went into survival mode, and we have women in the workforce as well as the men in the workforce, and then they threw even more ammo at our community, and now we have more men that has been locked up. We have more men that has felony on their records. It's harder for them to find education, harder for them to find jobs, employment, leaving more availability for women, more positions available for women. Women are now taking more jobs that were ran by men, leaving no place for the man in the home. For those who want relationships and just want a relationship that you, where a man where you can make sure that he does what you're saying, treating you how you want to be treated, giving you the sex that you need, and being there for when you want him, and that's it. We have to look at family structure. What place does the man have in the home if the woman can now work, provide, can work long hours, even after having children, even after giving birth, can work 8+ hours, paying all the bills by themselves, can cook and clean and take care of the children? Are you mean to tell us that men is now only playing the role in the bedroom and hopefully not disrespecting you to the point where you want another man? Is that the only place that the man fits in our family structure now? Is what can they offer in the bedroom and if they don't have any hoes? There used to be a longer list for men. Men used to have more to concentrate and focus on. They had more responsibilities. Everyone want the man in the children's life, but are we asking the man to do the woman roles in children's lives? What are we asking the man to do besides provide, protect,
Hmm.
supply? After the man has done that, after the man has sent child support, after the man has picked up the children during their custody days, their agreed custody weekends, we are still unsatisfied with the male's roles in that family structure. But what other positions or responsibilities are left up to him? We have gotten so far away from family structure that even if a man and woman that are together are working, both working, how is the home dynamic? What is the balance? Again, what role is the man playing in the home? Now is he feeling anchored or needed if women could do everything he's doing in the home? So now we're fighting and competing on who could do it better, who could do it best. Now women are high off of the adrenaline of being able to do what men could do better than how men could do it. And then you want a man comes in your life and you think you're not intimidated. You think you're not belittling. You left nothing for your man to come in your life and do, to feel important, to feel needed, to feel like a man. Because you're going to do everything whether he's there or not. What positions are we leaving open for our men to come in and want to play, want to stay in the home because they know they have a role to be played and they know if they leave, shit gonna fall apart. You're not gonna be able to do it by yourself. Too many women want to be able to do it by themselves and still be with someone.
Mm.
When we think of family, we have to think of the structure. Our structures have gotten so miscombobulated when they started to squeeze or squeeze it. And when we say squeeze family, we're talking about there was a time where all our grandparents and their grandparents owned land, owned farms. There was a time where we had farms and we grew crops and we picked them. And then it was driven off that land with taxes and gentrification. Okay, businesses and other places start coming in those rural areas, driving the older people out, younger children going to school, going to college, not thinking that land, that family structure that was in place was important. So now everybody's racing to the dollar, racing to financial stability, forgetting land was once a part of financial stability. Food, having a family house that could be passed down, that was a part of financial structure. But now we're so stuck to making sure we could clock in and clock out. And we're all running back into the to jammed up apartment buildings and cramped communities that we have no place, no room for family structures.
And we're looking around at a bunch of broken homes. And we're wondering how we're going to fix them. It's only going to start with you. It's only going to start with us. Us realizing what the balance is. A lot for your family that is tuning in. Speaking on balance when it comes to independence and being single. Because sometimes we need to be single. Sometimes we need to cleanse that energy off from others. Sometimes we need to get in tune with ourselves. Sometimes we need to understand what it means to be independent. A lot of times being independent shows you, okay, I do need a partner.
Mm.
Being independent means I can't do everything. No one's down here on earth doing everything. Nobody. So if you're trying to compare yourself to this invisible person, stop. You're going to fail and you're going to beat yourself up every time. There is no person out here doing it and all by themselves perfectly. We were created to have a helpmate, to have a partner. A Lafayette family that is tuning on in. We were created with a helpmate partner. For those who are into their Bible, I pray that you all are. That there's two creations, okay? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the first creation with Lilith. And they were both made from the dust, they were both made equal. There was a problem with this when it came to somebody needs to be on top. Somebody needs to, there has to be a order. The sun and moon wasn't even made at the same time. One was made first and then the other one was made.
That is true. Family, do you all know the story between Lilith and Adam? Because we see a lot of people that may have been new to their spiritual journey as became quite interested into Lilith and believing that the fact that Lilith was removed from the Bible or removed from Adam is the reason why women don't have their respect today. So not true. Because just 100 years ago, women in the melanated community were on top. No, seriously. I know we're thinking about Jim Crows, we're thinking about segregation, we're thinking about being a colored woman at the time was one of the worst things. No, it wasn't. That was for Caucasian women.
Yeah,
Y'all miss,
y'all was
y'all,
above
yeah.
them.
They don't want to talk about that.
They hated that.
They couldn't cook for their husbands. They couldn't breastfeed their own child. Let you know what type of woman they were. Mm. That these slave masters knew in order for their children to grow strong and have everything that they needed and extra healthy. That mammy that lived out there in that shed that ain't wearing the clothes that Mrs. is wearing. That ain't living in the big house like Mrs. is. That ain't married to master like Mrs. is. But she does not need to breastfeed her own children. I don't think y'all understand the level that the Caucasian woman was put to at that time. To where colored women had a chance to marry their Negro brothers, their community people, the melanated people in the community, or they were being picked by master, whether it was rape, whether it was force. Some of them were in real relationships, family. There were masters who married their slaves, freed them, freed their family. But for the Caucasian women, they didn't have that freedom to date and marry who they wanted. They were being controlled. For those who did not know that for the Caucasian women that did want to marry melanated men at that time or native men at that time, they had to go into indentured servitude. So to keep from becoming a slave themselves, their marriages were controlled as well. There's a lot of things we don't know about that group of women and why the feminist movement even came about. Why they even chose to go to work so they could have a say so in their household again. Because our women, we had a say so regardless because we knew our community, men in our community knew our power in the home, knew how much we was needed in the home.
So there was a trick in having our women get out of balance.
And thinking marriage made us weak, thinking that we were stronger without being married. Because they was at a time couldn't get married to who they wanted.
So, family, they tricked you. Women has always been in position of power. What you think now is power, this being single is not power. That was the trick to get you out of power. They've tricked us so many times, family, down to our nationality, down to our names, down to who we really are as a people. They continue to trick us. Even today, family, they're still tricking you. You still fall for some of the tricks today. The melanated woman has always been in power. That wasn't the power that you was trying to look for. You got caught up in seeing our people always have this thing with following other nations, and this is what gets us into trouble every time when we get to our biblical text. We get in trouble because every time we are around another nation, we mimic them. Down to the from the beginning, the Egyptians, we wanted to be like them, forgetting that we were the one chosen. The Greeks, the Assyrians, the Persians, the Babylonians, the Romans. We tried to be every nation, including this nation. You think I'm lying? Look around. Listen to your people when they're in the workforce. Tell me if they don't know how to put another face on. Tell me they don't know how to mimic another nation real fast to fit in.
Yeah, why is corporate America deemed the only way to be professional? Why would any Ebonics be considered professional if it's a part of American culture? Why is it only a part of American culture is what they accept for what they want to pay people for? Like they still have a handle as like slave masters.
Our people have a problem with mimicking. We have a mimic problem.
And conforming. We're supposed to be adapting, not conforming.
So as the women going to this shifting of power and shifting of being single and independent is the same thing. This is what they was trying to fight. They wanted you to be single and independent so that they can get their man back
Yep.
while you had no man. And you see it work.
It worked, honey.
It worked. When you see the majority of our people, they're single. When you see majority of the other nations, they're all together.
Mm.
Now, once upon a time, they had no marriages. They had no system. There was no loyalty with them. They were like, of the Caucasian people, Caucasus Mountains. They did things like animals did. There was no loyalty. So, what they saw with our people was to break our people down and separate our people. That is how they were able to conquer our people. When we go back in history, we don't just see a strong ruling king or a strong ruling queen. You normally see a team. It was a king and a queen working together.
That's true.
Now, when you look at it, we're trying to accomplish things single and independent, and we're getting nowhere. We're not passing nothing down to no generation. You can't if you're single. So, exactly what were we trying to do? We were mimicking other people. We need to go back to the original. Now, going back to the story of Lilith and Adam, Lilith was and well, she was beefing with Adam because one time they was intimate and Adam was on top and then Lilith got on top and Adam didn't like that. Adam wanted to get back on top and Lilith was like, no, I'm gonna be on top. I got this. Now I'm wearing the pants. Now I got this. I'm in charge. Adam didn't like that. Adam understood already that there was supposed to have been a balance. It was nothing about who's in control, who's better than who's. It was all about the balance, the totem pole. When you go back to our Native Americans, our people, us, we've always known balance. There was a totem pole. In every village, there was a totem pole to let you know how things were ran, and things ran perfectly. Now, when we look at things and everyone's for self, things are shooken up.
Yes, and people think that God banished Lilith because she wanted to be on top.
No.
That's not the full story. Don't be getting tricked up out here, okay? And people trick you by feeding you half the truth and then the rest lies. People can't trick you if it's all lie. You'll know it's all lie. So they always feed you a little bit of truth with it, and not the whole truth. So they're able to trick you. Okay? So they had an argument because when we say being on top, we're talking about missionary position, family. We're talking about missionary versus writing. Yeah, the Bible is actually talking about sex. So I hope y'all not thinking Adam and Lilith went to a courtroom, had a ring,
right,
and went and got married. For those who read the Bible and say you can't have sex before marriage, well, what was marriage considered to be when Adam and Lilith was doing it after being created by the Most High? This is supposed to, ascend you into thinking deeper on deeper levels of thinking. Seriously. So there was argument because she wanted to rise. She didn't want to be in missionary position anymore. Now, when Adam went to God, he snitched. Yes, he did snitch. I mean, do we not all snitch? Do we not pray? Do we not pray to God when that nigga acting up? When that baby mama acting up? When mama acting up? Do we? Yes, we snitch on, that's our father. Okay? So, yes, he did go to the Messiah and explain the problems that he was having with Lilith. When Lilith was summoned, when she was called.
After she woke up from that gut. No, Adam was laying it down, family. Let's talk about that later. What she did?
She kept saying a word that them at the time was already told not to say. It was a word that was banned, that was supposed to destroy the world at the time. It was, we don't know the word because we're not supposed to say it. I'm sure y'all heard the story about the word we're not supposed to say. Have y'all read the Bible? Okay.
No.
If y'all didn't know that there is a word that no one is ever supposed to
We don't know.
We don't know, but she knew it at the time. And because she was upset, she kept saying it. God told her, be obedient. Don't say that word. Because you're in your emotions. You should not be in a position to destroy the whole world. Okay? She kept saying the word. God, God threw her out, cast her out. She became upset and went after Adam's children.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's something to think about. That is definitely something to think about.
The first jealous ex.
Hmm. He cast her out. He created another wife that Adam didn't like. He said she just like hair and skin and dust and bones. This is for real, y'all. This is the first woman created. God
Mm.
was, you know, creating, people from the first time. Lilith had to go. She had to be cast out into like the bottom of the sea somewhere. And then Adam's new wife was created. He was like, no. And then God created Eve from Adam. He actually put Adam to sleep and created Eve. So Eve was actually the third wife created. For those who did not know, she wasn't after Lilith. There was one more after Lilith. She was just so unformed and cannot be named that he was like he couldn't get hard.
Yeah,
I hope y'all read
she
the.
was unattracted to him.
I hope y'all really studying this Bible. This is really in there like that. As he was like, I look at her and can't get hard to even procreate and make more children for you, Lord. So Eve comes and is actually made from Adam so they complete each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So Lilius finds out about the relationship between Adam and Eve, and now she goes after 100 of Adam and Eve's children a day. And God, and for every child that she goes after of Adam and Eve, God had already destroyed like 100,000 of hers.
Yep.
These are some high numbers, y'all. So we're talking about way back then, and we're talking about generational.
Mm-hmm.
Are y'all understanding?
Of course, this is the story before the flood, family.
Before the flood, okay?
Before we was kicked out of Eden.
This is way before getting kicked out in the Garden of Eden. This is way before Eve got tricked into eating from the tree of forbidden knowledge. Yes. Okay? So we have to really spend time in the Bible and really dissect these stories there. This sounds like the same shit we hear today. This sounds like women bashing people cars and shit today. Except for this woman decide to go after children. For everybody who wants to be Lilith, Omo Lilith, who wants to channel Lilith, goddess energy, think that's channeling energy to make you strong and independent and powerful. That has nothing to do with why she got kicked out. She was disobedient to the Most High. It wasn't even about her and Adam anymore. It wasn't even about her and Adam. She was showing her emotions that God couldn't even control her. I don't care how spiritual you are, there is one creator, whatever his name may be, whatever you may call him. There is one supreme, omniscient being. Okay? That's who she was arguing with. She wasn't even arguing with Adam no more. She was being disobedient to God, so she got her punishment for what was going on between her and God. They tricked the story and tried to make it seem like it was between her and Adam. No, her and Adam had their beef like every other relationship, like every other couple. Hell, brothers and sisters argue. Okay? Classmates argue, teammates. People at the gas station don't know each other will argue. So like Adam came to God and expressed how he felt, she had the opportunity to do the same thing, but she was disobedient and she could not obey God. That's a whole nother story. You read the Bible, you hear everybody who got punished who couldn't obey God, whether he was male or female, whether he was created before the flood or after the flood. We were shown if you disobey the Most High, what he says,
it's over. It's over.
Yeah.
Balance. Adam and Eve made balance. There was no arguing. Adam Even though got in trouble for it, still was following his wife.
Yep, he was. They were so close that he even disobeyed God together with his wife.
We have to have a balanced family. Even though we may get in trouble together, that's what a couple does. A couple is going to go through things. A couple is never supposed to say, "All right, we're single." God did not say Edom, Eve to that side of the world, and Adam to that side of the world.
Y'all can get y'all shit together.
Be single and procreate somehow.
By yourself. Use a tree, something.
Grow and make kingdom, make a better place, make heaven on earth separately, singly. But for some reason, 2020, that's the plan in the head. The plan in the head is to do this single and independently. Yet that was never the original plan. Here we are going against God's plan. That's never going to work. We have to understand partnership. We have to understand what it actually means to be independent. Not to be independent and away from your partner, to be independent and with your partner so that you are a strong team. If you're independent, that means he can lean on you. If he's independent, that means you can lean on him. Together, y'all are strong two pillars. When you look at a building and you're looking at pillars, each pillar is standing independently, but all together that roof stands. One pillar falls, the whole thing falls. There's not a building out there just with one pillar holding up all the floors.
Nope. And we're talking about the structure of the family now. So you think it's just supposed to be you and your children. That's not all the pillars that's supposed to be a part of the structure. We okay, family. We see that family has been sending in donations for their readings. We do have 7 slots available.
Awesome.
We have 7 slots left available. Family, tomorrow is the last day to get your personal, private, full moon reading. Okay, mini readings are only available on live. For those who want a full reading, that is, you can book that privately in the inbox. Tomorrow's the last day for that. So there's 7 slots left available for live readings. We will be coming to you, but I wanted to give this advice. This is just my personal advice. Spirit may be, you know, giving me this message as well. But this is just what I personally believe. I'm not going to put something on spirit when I know this is coming from me. Um, if you're finding yourself repeatedly, we're talking about like repeatedly not being able to get in relationships that work. Constantly relationships go bad, relationships go sour. You're repeatedly having a hard time finding a successful relationship. I would ask you to actually look inside and see what may be undateable about you. Because sometimes we get into love, we get into infatuation, we get so blinded by those good days, by those happy days, by the sun shining in a relationship. We get so blinded by the light that we can't really see. And you only want to focus on that person because they brought you so many good feelings that now you're only focusing on them. And when they're messing up and when they're slipping and what they're doing, that's maybe varying those good feelings they brought you. So now you have blocked out and removed anything about yourself that you're supposed to be working on, that you said you was working on when you were single. See, that goes back to those people that think they're independent, but in a relationship they're not independent. Or you got people that's single and don't know how to be independent. When you're getting in a relationship, you're now no longer focused on yourself. You're no longer focused on growth. You're so focused on keeping the other person perfect so they can continue to give you that energy that you fell in love with. So now you can't see anything, any parts of you that can be growing, that can be maturing, changing. Parts of you that's supposed to be shed, just like your hair, nails, and skin do. If you see yourself not being able to have success, Maybe, just maybe go inside and try to find out what parts of you may be undateable. Who's doing that? Who's going within and seeing what parts of itself that may be irritating, that may be aggravating, that may be annoying, that may rub someone the wrong way? Can you dissect yourself like that, like you can dissect others? Can you dissect what parts of you were disrespectful, like you could call out someone else when they're being disrespectful? That takes a grown person that can do that.
And let that be a little uh, homework for everyone. My mother would call it the Oshun Ebo,
Mm.
to look in the mirror for 30 minutes straight, and just start to reflect yourself. And imagine sometimes yourself being somebody else, having to deal with the person in the mirror. And then you have to start to pick out these things. If you can get aggravated with these things, I'm sure somebody else is getting aggravated with it too. A
Mm.
lot of people, we realized doing this at with people, they couldn't look in the mirror for 30 minutes straight. They couldn't do it for 10 minutes straight. A lot of people have an issue with themselves and try to mask it and try to hide it. It is
Mm.
always good to work on self. Oshun work. Stop thinking that Oshun is about getting a man. It's about getting some in a room because she is overloved. Because y'all hear Beyonce out there and she's the poster child for sexuality, or being out there and just being extra sexy. Y'all thinking that that's what it takes to get a man. No, it is not. Oshun is about self love. Oshun is about self confidence. Oshun is leadership. For those who don't know about Oshun but think they do, she was sent down here with 400 Orisha men to lead them, not to find which one she could be dateable to, not which one is her suit.
Mm.
For those out there thinking that they're learning about their Orishas independently, single. So we have to find balance. We have to understand there's always going to need a balance, yin and yang. In the very beginning, Earth was created, and then there was the sun and then the moon. There was a balance. There wasn't going to be sun every day, and there wasn't going to be the moon every day. We was going to have a balance, 12 hours of this, 12 hours of that. That is how everything is going to work in this world. I don't know if you want to go ahead and try another multiverse or another dimension, but in this dimension, duality, not singularity, not you going out and getting it all on your own.
But see, the thing is with that is you got to have your shit together. You got to be a type of person that can work well with others. That's why it was on your conduct in elementary school.
Mm.
That's why they graded that part. They just didn't talk about what you could do alone. They talked about what could you get done with others.
Working well with others.
So if we are in a realm, a dimension where duality is present, when duality equals balance that's needed in this universe, the yin and yang, how can you complete duality if you don't play a good part yourself? If you're a wrinkle, you think a duality don't exist just because of the other person. No, this is serious, y'all, because a lot of people can give you lists of a lot of things going wrong in relationships. I can use myself for example. My past relationships, obviously they didn't work. I'm with Bobby. Now I could talk about what they did all day long, but deep down inside, I know there was some shit for me. Probably because I went through that. You know, PTSD, isn't that what we've all professionally wanted to call it today? You know, kind of crazy, kind of off. Want to heal from it, want to get better from it. And then you go through situations that trigger and expose those demons. Some of y'all are thinking people are supposed to accept the person that the last person created, as you still think you still you. You're not you no more. You done went through so much. You done depleted your energy. You done depleted your worth, your value. You done inverted your standards so much by going back and forth with someone who wasn't for you, even though you did this, y'all did separate, but how much you took, you are not the same person. You are altered. Hurt people hurt people. Now you move on, and now you want that other person to respect you as if you the person before you got with that ex. You want them to treat you like you was the person before you was damaged by that ex, but they're really getting the results of what your ex did, and you can't see the difference. You don't see your damage. Some people need to go within and look and see is there anything that you need to tune up.
Mm. Work on thyself. Ocean work. I hope family took the words that Spirit was speaking to you all as we're about to get into the oracles. Ocean work is needed, as we have had a lot of Obatala work is needed. Obatala is the father of Oshun.
Oh, sure.
Now we are needing Oshun work, this self love, this mirror work.
Mm-hmm.
Having to love ourselves, knowing that it is not being single and it's not about being independent, but it is about being a strong yin and a strong yang. Not just a strong yin only, not just a strong yang only. Asha.
Yeah, we can keep going, family. Y'all know Spirit has been able to talk to y'all as a group
I
in a
know.
while, but we do have bookings coming in. So, Jaleisha, as you just said, Spirit is definitely talking. At the same time, Baba says Spirit is talking. We have received their donation for your live reading, family. That means we have 6 slots left.
Asha, six spots available, family.
And because of the timing, we would love to honor all of those slots. But if um not, just have to book in the inbox or wait till the next live. So family, if you know you want to get those live messages, go ahead and come in and book before we cut off live
Asha.
readings for this live.
Asha. All right, who do we have first?
We got Miss Laquita Powell first.
Oh.
Miss Laquita Powell, come on up to the pulpit. There's definitely been some things that you have told us in the inbox that can't wait to speak with you on personally when we
Mm-hmm.
do sit down. Family, we are still out of time. I'm sure I could tell.
Yeah, y'all know this is not the same home setting.
Miss Laquita, come on down.
All right, we have a trainee Phillips who sent for a mini reading.
That's Laquita, the
That's
Miss
Laquita. Okay.
Laquita.
All right, just checking everything on this side. Can we get a plug up, please,
Okay.
if possible?
Miss Laquita, if you're still viewing, you are here. I share. Life path number. What's your life path number? 6? Or what's your 3? Your life path number 6, Laquita.
Life path number 6. Y'all have to understand, we do hundreds upon hundreds of readings. So when spirit is still picking up on your number after hundreds of readings and we ain't read you in the few, know that spirit is down.
Okay. Absolutely.
Inbox over there filling up.
Yes. Life path number 6. Yep, I knew it. We're about to get into this full moon reading, y'all. Full moon mini reading. Happy full moon reading to you. Full moon to you all. Family, we don't know if y'all know, but woo, child, I had to get that out.
Mm.
Woo, child, October comes with two
Mm.
full moons. Not one, not uno, not un, but two.
Dos.
Dos.
Mhm. Family, that's a lot of energy. If you don't already understand, full moons already carry a lot of energy. As the hospitals, as the police departments.
Mm.
Full moon carries a lot of energy. So to have two in 1 month, family, and then on top of that, this full moon is Aries.
Aries on a Mars
For
retrograde.
those who know, Aries is the god of war. Okay, family, that means battles that you did not, to break it down to you all, for battles that you did not battle correctly or you didn't win, you're gonna have to go through those battles again. For those who just quit on battles, so you know what, I just quit. Universe said, nope, now try again. So we're gonna have to be careful of certain situations.
Definitely channeling the inner warrior. Okay, the inner warrior is definitely being tugged on and pulled on. So there's extra aggressiveness going on, family.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you got to be in control and to decipher what is worth that energy.
Mm-hmm. And some of you are needing to get that energy into you. Some of
Maybe
you are
you
going
do.
to have to learn to have to stand up, grab your kahunas.
Okay. All right. Life path number 6. Papa Lakpa. Ashura, we come to on behalf of Laquita Power, Laquita Power, Laquita Power. Do not block us, do not choke us, lay our messages, lay our blessings.
Ashe, you ready, you ready.
Okay, we got some messages coming, and they're really messages that we kind of already knew because of what we've been speaking on in the inbox. So that's not that is good what's going on, but it's good to know because they're going to be speaking on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they're going to be giving any messages that you don't know what they're talking
The
about.
retrograde that we're going through. Remember, family, during this retrograde, it is also testing our capabilities of if we can stand up, if we can be strong, if we can uh, look the devil in the eye and say no. Really pulling into that obeya spirits.
Mm.
Not every warrior has to carry a heavy sword. And Alapia, not every warrior has to have this heavy armor and sword. We have to understand how to be warriors, how to battle certain battles. And we have to understand sometimes you have to battle. And you may not have a sword, and you may not have the armor. All you have is the voice. All you have is your energy. All you have is your ashe.
Or your faith.
You're going to have to stand on it. Don't budge.
Great ancestors, we come to you on behalf of the Creator Power. We ask for great messages on behalf of the Creator Power during this full moon. Okay. Imajalodo. Wow, alone. Yummy. We come to you on behalf of the Creator Power. We ask for great messages on behalf of the Creator Power during this full moon. Oh, okay. Wow. Hello, Damari. Hello, Damari. We come to you on behalf of the Creator Power. We ask for great messages on behalf of the Creator Power during this full moon.
Ashe. You ready.
Ashe. with you. You. Okay, so um,
She's sleeping.
yeah,
She's saying taken from her children.
remember she had a cell phone that could be remember
Okay.
yeah. So before we get into those messages, are you dealing with someone? Are you dealing with not trying to be in your business or will recover you, protect you? Are you dealing with anyone intimately? Like a boo thing, like someone, that may slide every now and
Someone
then.
keeping your attention.
Please answer this question the best way as possible so we know how to move forward with you, Miss Ma'am.
You became Miss
You
Ma'am.
done became Miss Ma'am.
Damn.
Thank you for answering that question honestly, because whether you knew it or not sure if you got that person read. I don't think you got that person read because we know what we've been dealing with you, and none of that dealt with relationship. Everything that we've been working on with you in this house was literally everything but love life. So the reason why I asked, because during the shuffle, they kept showing messages that whoever you are sharing intimacy with, sexual energy with, is bringing all of this negative karma your way. All the shit that's just been hitting the fan, things dying before you, things that was living, things that was doing well, going well, just crumbling before your face, before your eyes, just everything around you just falling apart. Literally plays a part in who you allow to come in your own world. Seriously. It's the only reason why I had to ask. None of these cards speak of relationship. They were in the shuffle. In the shuffle, they was bringing up a trickster energy, a negative deceiver type, manipulator type energy that was playing off a sexual energy. Whether you was um coming on to them strongly or they pulled you in, whoever used their little whatever they had to get whatever they want, it happened. But this was the cause of it.
Made so much sense with these messages right here. Which I'm glad, because or else we would have been like, okay, let's pull another card, find out what's
we
going
didn't know what the
on.
fuck was going
We
on.
just know this isn't cool. This isn't cool.
Not after you get work done in our house. The fuck?
So, family, pause, commercial break. If you know Juju people and you know that we have 100% in our results, please don't do things like get into relationships and not get them read.
Ooh, child.
Don't play that type of game.
Ooh,
don't play
shit.
I'ma just play this guessing game on this end, but on this end,
I got that.
I'm gonna do work on this end, but this end, I'm gonna guess on this one. Don't do that.
Ooh, Lord mercy. You just said a mouthful there. Because, I mean, we can continue to go forward. But like we said, because we was already working on a case with you and for this shit to come up, because we have known you for over a year, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. Leave that nigga alone. Whatever work you trying to fucking do to help. Whatever work you trying to do to fucking help that situation, if you are doing any kind of work, I ain't gonna say you are, but I'm not that bad of a card reading. I don't think I'm pretty off when it comes to any motherfucking candle. I don't give a fuck if it is to have peace with that motherfucker. Blow it the fuck out, because it's gonna bring shit that you don't want to fucking deal with.
It's gonna bring backfire.
I'm not even gonna read that last card now.
I didn't want to.
I'm not even gonna say it out loud. How about that?
I would strongly think about this relationship that you are and this person that you're sharing your energy with, and do know it is not good. You said that, you're saying that you said that, but are you really going through with spirit speaking to you? Spirit been told you, and you're still saying, okay, I can actually work with this, or are you scared to get out of this, or are you feeling like this? I don't want to feel like a failure. This is not going to be good later on. You're gonna end up trying to do juju to get out of this, and it's going to backfire on you. Not going to speak of the last message. We're just going to avoid it.
Yeah.
That's the power that we have.
I should. Yeah, you don't let some half dead motherfucker come in and unravel all the shit that we done paved down and was waiting for the cement to dry.
Yeah.
When you lay cement down, don't ask everybody to put their hands in it and step in it. You don't need everybody's name signed and that shit.
Same Hollywood.
That's what chalk for, so we can wipe it off when we don't need that no more. We need space for more. When we need room for more. You don't need nobody putting imprints when we don't have some hard labor cement laid down and you need that motherfucker dry. Because if it dry without it being unmessed with, if people messing with it before it dry, guess what? It's not gonna be no stable foundation, baby. I mean, shake it, rock it, lumpy, bumpy. You in for a bumpy ride because you couldn't wait till all your blessings settle in. You couldn't wait till the paint dry. Now, we could keep putting cards for your ass because you don't over a year. You don't send enough donations for a goddamn house cleansing. Oh yeah, you need to cool it down. Oh yeah, you going to get back grounded, get some things back together after dealing with this one. This person came in and brought basically whatever hardship they was going through at that time. They found a way to come in and swap.
Yeah.
They swapped whatever shit they was going through, and it was like,
yeah, you can pinpoint this problem very easily. You've already identified this problem. You have your confirmations. Don't be the sacrifice of his issue because he's giving you a good ride.
If it's so.
They say you did not have patience. They say you rushed into this. You wasn't thinking about this. And we know because we do so much work with you, we would expect that you have gotten this read prior to getting into this.
Well, probably didn't want it to be serious. Wasn't trying it to be serious. Just was going through a lot, had a lot going on, and felt like you deserve that peace. That was for you and nothing else. Just your time, just your release. He probably didn't even look at it as something that was supposed to turn into marriage or anything, but it wasn't for you.
Right.
It wasn't for you. It wasn't a part of your destiny for you to link up with that person if you just needed some relief, if you just needed a bed warmer. This wasn't it. If you just wanted somebody that can have good times with. Because Pampagira energy popped up, so it came up that it was just supposed to be more of a fun thing than it was serious. But this person has shit with them that we were shielding you from. When you get protection work, and then we, like the vampire come to your door. I'm sure y'all done seen True Blood by now. The motherfuckers you gotta give them permission to come in after you done did the work to keep those type of energies out. After you done cleanse yourself and disattach yourself away from it. Now you're not just attracting shit. You gotta go find that now. Now you just not laying in that dirt in that filth. You done cleansed off. You gotta go back out there to it now. And that's what happened. And one trying to get in your business that deep, but man, y'all be booking these readings on live. Y'all bold. Now,
if you want to talk to us more in the inbox about this later on tomorrow, more than welcome to. Laquita, you know you like a godchild, if not already. Is she a godchild?
She was the one who was saving the party programs by the end of my gosh. That's what I'm saying. This is that one. Yeah, all of this. Thank you, family, for that confirmation.
Going to have to see us.
We try not to whip your ass at this point. You talking about confirmation?
Yeah, I don't. I'm about to say
you're past the confirmation now.
We didn't even need that. We just need to see you in the inbox at this point. I didn't know that deep dive. I've been doing so much.
I've been trying to hold it down, and you are getting.
Yes. Okay. Listen. With that disattachment, obviously, I have felt. I have not felt you being a godchild. I need to see you in the inbox. I've never had the question who's a godchild.
And I don't know why I feel like this person may have been trying to come up like they were spiritual, like they know a little something about Ifa or Risha or whatever. They
That's what
came off
they're
like, yeah,
saying.
I don't know
And
if
made
this
you the
person
sacrifice. We
made you
need to see you
feel
in the
comfortable because
inbox.
this person was kind of spiritual or whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'm just feeling that energy. Yes, family, we are back live, y'all.
I share Lafayette family.
Love you to the YouTube family tuning in. Shout out to the YouTube
I
family.
say, I say.
Ashe. We are out of time, family. So there are a lot of people we need to get to. There's still a lot of orders, y'all. Y'all continue to send us strength
I
and
say.
love as we.
Laquita, save your questions. You know, we always ask, save your questions for the inbox, though. We don't want too many people.
Oh wow! For your birthday, you got a reading for someone else.
Ekuo
Jesus.
dun omo
Ekudun.
shango. Odunde,
Dunde.
odunde. Odunde,
Odunde.
oduya.
Oduya.
Odunde,
Odunde.
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 Odunde,
Odunde.
oduya.
Oduya.
Ire,
Ire.
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 Odunde,
Odunde.
odunde. Ire,
Ire,
ire.
ire,
Odunde,
odunde.
odunde. Echo
Eko
odun.
dun
I
ire kamacho.
say.
I do say, yeah. Make a wish. Make sure you make a wish, love.
I say. Make a wish and then make it a promise.
I hope all of y'all know when you are sending in donations, please make a wish and then send.
I say because we're
Okay?
sending positive energy to you. Do something with that. Don't
Yes.
sleep on it.
Yes.
Be up all night.
Yes. I'm just honored to know for your birthday you decided to shop with us. I'm almost flabbergasted at this point. Almost shocked
Almost
at this.
Shango. You know, the almost Shangos are like that.
Oh, hey, hey,
Oh,
hey.
we are a reflection of you.
Absolutely. All right, so we got Miss Jaleisha Cole who's next. After Jaleisha Cole, we have the birthday girl in the house, Ida
Ashe,
Camacho.
Ida Camacho Hatties. Ashe, almost Shango.
So that means that family we now have how many? One,
Five.
two, three. We have 5 slots left. Thank you, Baba, for that. 5 slots left, family. I'll say.
Oh, feel the love, goddaughter. Feel the love. All the goddaughters out there,
In the house
Lord.
tonight,
The
I
quick,
see.
see you in the inbox.
Eight,
I ain't never had
eight,
that issue before.
eight.
I'm not feeling the God child when I know I ain't released them or anything like that.
Jesus Christ, this
Someone
is
released
crazy.
her.
This is crazy. This is
Ben
crazy.
family, for once again we are out of town. If you are in the Atlanta area, book us to come out to you. We have been quite busy. I do apologize, Laquita, as a godfather. That one slipped by.
Mm.
If any time you are not with your leckes, call me.
She did,
Make it
Baba.
I
That was on me. We were so busy. I was
make it
close
an
to work.
emergency, blow up all the phones.
I would take that responsibility. That was on me. She has contacted us multiple times. I've
Okay.
been trying to keep the whole things together.
We've been quite busy, family.
Yes.
Do
I
understand.
own up to that responsibility. It's not like she has not reached out to
Okay.
us. She really has.
Okay.
I'm drowning in love. Ooh, let's be a fire
Oh.
life on Ashe. Yes, absolutely. See how you have to own up to your shit sometimes, family. It's not always trying to find an excuse. I didn't find another reason. I owned up to that. That was on me. Okay.
We're gonna talk later.
We are, but hey, face your demons. Okay, don't want to come. No problem because I have my leggings, but work prevents me from wearing them.
Okay.
We understand, but we talking about the some of them. You know what happened to some
Right.
of them.
What
Yeah, yeah.
inbox?
You know what we're
Inbox.
talking. Yeah. Yeah. I have vowed that this is my last year working for anybody else. I say, I love your
Mm-hmm.
family. Just want to go ahead and relay this message. While Spirit is giving it, we are about to get into Jaleisha Cole's message. Happy full moon, the first full moon of this month. Cause woo,
We
Child.
have to this month.
Two full moons are coming for October.
You don't always get that.
Okay, so this message, 5 slots left for live readings. I got that one back in clearance as you all taught me. Ashe, good shay. So you got some retrograde work that was going on anyway for you. Okay, you saw that left came back. Retrograde. That's what we retrieve. Retrograde retrieve to go back. That's what that means. Message from anybody dealing with some type of anybody that is across the seas, um, more of West Africa, like Nigeria. Anybody who's dealing with someone over there, and is trusting that person, and is trying to be serious with that person, they are asking you to stop. They're asking for you to know. This is how the messages are coming. I can only relay them how they're saying them. Spirit said they are asking for you to know. So they need you to know the situation. That's deep. They need you to know what you're getting into for someone or whoever, if it's multiples. I just now had to get this message while it was ringing loud in my ear, in my head. Leave these people over there alone for those who are trying to get caught up in relationship. That your ancestors not going to make it so difficult that you got to build your family from someone all the way across the world that's not even in the same neighborhood as you. Okay. Yeah. I don't think God made your task so hard that whoever's going to help you build what you needed for your family is going to have to be 18 hours on a plane away. I think it was going to be more of a meet somewhere in town, somewhere where you can actually build, like pay some bills together or something, you know.
And as you all know, we are very biblical, and I'm going to tell you all one of your biblical laws is thou shalt not sell your daughters to other nations. And this is going to be very important because we understand that we don't know our nationality, but we were taught that we were African Americans, that we're from African descent, that Afrikaans is our daddy. Is that what they're saying? No, of course that's not what they're saying. What they're saying is that you are the original people from here and they want you to say anything but you're an Indian for those who just filled out their census. So for you to go out to other nations, that is an abomination. For you to go to other nations that is not of your people, that is not of your land, for those who think that they are from Africa, because you probably spit in the tube and sent it into a lab so they can find out who you really are and tell you something else. Y'all better stop falling for the tricks. Like I said, we're still falling for tricks in 2020. 400 years of captivity, and we are still falling for tricks. Family that is not your family over there. Okay, you better go back to your biblical text. That would let you know everything.
If you all are having issues with that, please know your land, you are from wherever your ancestors' bones are buried.
Yes.
Let's run that back over again. Maybe run over your head. Wherever your ancestors' bones
Are
lie.
buried, where they lie, where they are going to, where they are ashes, wherever they've always been, where they rattle.
You heard it.
What food they ate. What food you eat.
You heard that?
If they bone marrow somehow got some old corn residue in it, they was always over here.
If you do go to ancestry.com and you're researching, not sending saliva over, that's the difference, y'all. Them DNA tests versus researching the family tree. Ain't nobody saying y'all can't research your family tree. Y'all trying to skip over that and just be ready to send spit off. Okay? No, you can sit on the computer, you can sit with the archives and research documents and information that has been recorded on behalf of your family lineage. You can do that. Okay.
The issue, I'm gonna get to you, Jaleisha. Thank you so much for your patience, family. There is 5 spots, and Edith, thank you for your patience as well. The issue is that when you all get to close to the 1600s, you stop. You get real deep, and then you get the 1600s, and then you got a blockage. Yeah. And you're like, well, I guess we must have That was the
That was
boat.
it.
That was the boat ride. It was
Yep.
that was it.
That was that ship.
We come from the boats. Other than that, we gotta ask them where we come from there.
If you go through there and most of your people was buried over here, that's where most of your ashe, that's where the power is. When it comes to ancestral veneration, there's power in the bones. There is power where they're buried at. There is.
Mm-hmm.
Even though their spirit goes on and their flesh, decomposes, that is true. But there is power and where your ancestors' bones are. So if grandma bones is not over there, but grandma had a huge impact on your family line, and she's on your ancestors' altar, and she buried 20 minutes away. Stop sending all your hard-earned money over there as if they finna go to your grandma that's buried over here. They make a contact her and speak to her, but your ass could drive 20 minutes away and put some flowers on her pot. You don't need nobody across the waters to do that
Mm-mm.
when it comes to honoring your ancestors. Let's just keep it real. Because we want to look at this spiritual cult sometimes as it's too big to accomplish. No, it's not. We're too lazy when it comes to being spiritualists, when it comes to spiritually getting the family together. We get into a couple arguments with family talking about spirituality in the Bible, and now we just say, fuck everybody, y'all do what y'all want. Grandma didn't have an attitude. She didn't give a fuck what you believed in. She said go to church. That's what she meant.
And then she told you she was Cherokee, or she was Navajo. We had Indian in our family. And let's real quick. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Edith. Let spirit talk for a little bit because we missed y'all. Okay, so let's just talk about it real quick, family. Some Spaniards came here before the people from England came here. And guess what? Spain is in Africa. Spain is in northern Africa. Remember this, okay? They're in northern Africa. When they came down, they was not called Africans.
They was called Spaniards.
They was called Spaniards. And some of these people went into indentured servants, which means they went in as slaves as well. Majority of the people from overseas came from. It was just a little small group, but they were coming over here to work their way into freedom.
That's true.
Now, when you go to your ancestors, they're going and you go look up their eye cards and you look up their race, it's going to change. It's going to change from Negro, colored, nigger. Now, one time is it going to say one of those places over there? It's never going to say Spain. It's never going to say, well, for those of African American descent. And even if you are Spanish, if you are Latino, you can go and look up your people, and it's not ever going to say from Spain. It's not going to say from over there. Majority of us have always been over here. You have just been recently called African hyphen American. Go to your ancestor icons and find out if they was ever called just straight African. Then you can be singled out.
Family, I'm just doing some research right here because I have 2 points to bring to you all from family. Okay, yeah, this is what I want to bring. All right. So, for those of you that may be on the spectrum on what we're talking about, for those of you who have awakened, became conscious, and just feel like, African is the backbone that birthed the whole world. It's Africa. All this that we're doing, all this that we're wearing, it's only because of Africa. For those who are on the spectrum and may not have crossed that bridge to understand where we have done extensive studies to back this up and have been speaking with spirit to give accurate readings. So I don't know how we could give accurate readings to people and then speak this and that could be wrong. Anyway, just want to make 2 points for those who are on the spectrum about what we're saying. The first point is Nigeria got that name in 1897. They said slave trade started, 1619? Nigeria got that name in 1897. If y'all people did come from them boats in 1600s, and Nigeria did get their name in 1897, for those people who are getting those tests done from the DNA, why is the name Nigeria coming back?
Just got called
They
Nigeria.
don't know the name of Nigeria of when your people was living there? Or did your people come over after 1897? Then how did they get over here? Because the slave trade in the boats was in 1619. Did your people miss the ship and came after 1800s to be named Nigerians on the paper? Or did they come over before 1800s, before Nigeria even had that name on paper? But today you're researching where your people come from, and it comes from a place that got that name 200 years ago? So you you researching people that live longer than 200 years ago, but they came from Nigeria? That's one point. Second point is, how come when Africans move over here for a better life, how come they're not named African Americans? How come they still get to get that title Africans when they live over here, when they open up restaurants, when they go to school, when they get jobs, when they're filling out informations? They're not African Americans. They look at us as African Americans and they would tell you they're Ghanaian, they're Nigerian. They'll let you know they're Egyptian, Somalian. They won't tell you they're African American even though they don't move their whole family over here and been living over here. They was born over here. You got people today that was born over here and still say they're Nigerian.
Yep.
So
Never became an African American.
if your people came from Nigeria like they did, why are you having to go by the title African American because you was born here? What about the other African children that's born here after their parents moved over here? They didn't take a boat over here. That's just something to process.
It's crazy. None of them over there call themselves Africans. You won't go to Morocco and they say, I'm an African.
They say they're Moroccan. It's just the truth, man.
It's the truth. Just something to make you think.
So we're gonna go to Jaleisha. She does have a crystal ball reading book, y'all.
Oh, snap. Sequoia coming out.
She's taking advantage of Sequoia. For those who did not know, the crystal ball is the strongest during the full moon.
Go.
Y'all know she take after her mama. Y'all know she healthy like her mama.
Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? Y'all see them cheeks?
Don't
see
we?
them
We
cheeks?
resemble up. Cars is flying, y'all.
Y'all see right there behind the blue and white. Y'all see it? Can y'all see it? Boom. She right there.
She's
right
right here.
there.
The crystal ball is right here. Okay. Undo. 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 Jaleisha Cole. Oh, baby, I know she. I can hear her over here now, crying for her Florida water. We know, baby. We know.
I'm lovely number 3. We got you. Thank you for everyone who's been patient with us with your orders. Family, we will be back in the office soon.
Yes, please, y'all. I know some of y'all will be waiting on these orders like, ma'am, sir. But it works. We're not sending y'all stuff just to say we sent it.
Shane, definitely book your house cleansing.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to those who haven't booked in their house because they've been so powerful that we haven't even been able to take pictures and stuff like that. And you know, some people ancestors want their stuff exclusive. They feel like if you want to know so much what goes on in the house, put in the book you want.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I definitely, you know, as the Omoye Majaz, we got to show out on the full moon. Because everybody loves to work with the full moon. Everyone loves to be daughters of the moon. So when you are Omoye Majaz, I love those.
Lord, y'all, Lord, mío.
Oh yeah, we come strong on the full moon.
I
I say. Okay. So this is for Jaleisha Cole. All right. Y'all send love. Y'all don't be hating because she getting a crystal ball reading. If y'all want a crystal ball reading, y'all can get one too. Okay, I felt some energy. Wait a minute, y'all.
Yeah, what did I think about?
Okay, she's still out.
Family, it's a powerful thing to get a crystal ball reading during the full moon.
It's like
Family.
I'm still trying to get a crystal ball reading for myself. I'm trying to book one with Baba's mother. She's always so busy.
Oh, shit going.
Yeah. Um, but I know they're powerful. I've heard they're very powerful because they're straight messages, from spirit and the crystal itself. Papa Legba, sure. We come to you on behalf of Jalisha Cole. Jalisha Cole, Jalisha Cole. We ask for great messages on behalf of Jalisha Cole. Great ancestors. We come to you on behalf of Jalisha Cole. Jalisha Cole, Jalisha Cole. We come to you on behalf of Jalisha Cole during this full moon. Yeah, Maja, Lodo.
Yeah, Maja, Omio.
We come to you on behalf of Jalisha Cole during this full moon. We ask for great messages on behalf of Jalisha Cole during this full moon. Ola Damara, come to you on behalf of Jalisha Cole. We ask for great messages on behalf of Jalisha Cole during this full moon. Ashe?
I say, Ray.
Okay, so they had a lot of messages that was coming. I'm trying to keep it. Let me go back and catch some of these that came because they was coming as I was playing. One of them, they said that they will be doing a lot of driving.
That shit was coming in my head for her. I saw a lot of open roads.
Yeah, they say you will be on the road a lot. You will be doing a lot of driving. You will be in a car a lot. So prepare yourself to that. Prepare yourself to be on the road doing a lot of driving. They want you to be mindful of your health. Take care of your health. They're really serious about your health. They want you to take care of your health. They definitely want you to take care. Be mindful of your reproductive organs. That area. They want you to take care of your reproductive system. Okay. Not sure if you had any complications yet during your last birth. They want you to make sure that's you're being mindful of that. Uh, Baba is picking up the issue, open roads, new opportunities. They want you to be prepared for the new opportunities. I'm not sure if you have knives in your home. They're saying make sure knives are put up. Make sure knives are away. Don't make sure like knives and scissors and things like that are out. Be mindful what you and your family watch. We know you all may not watch TV often, but just try to keep a eye out what may be playing, what the children may come across because of the times that we're in. There's a certain energy out that you all don't want to stay safe from while you and your ancestors are working on projects for you to be successful. They're taking me back to the train tracks. Oh, wow, I believe this is amazing. Out of all the readings she's had, this has been the most reoccurring message. I would actually say go to the train tracks at this point. I would say go there. There's something. And I think that's powerful how you finally saw that y'all family. I know we're in the middle of her reading, but I just have to say that we have to leave reviews on ourselves sometimes. We be waiting for them to leave reviews, but sometimes we gotta do it. She received a crystal ball reading like months ago, where I saw like a pole, like a white rope around it, and she messaged just like the other day saying she saw it. She saw what she was telling her anyway. Coming back to this. They said clarity. They said, as someone typed it, they said, you're looking for clarity. They said, there's a lot of things that you have been looking to. There's a lot of things that you have had time to sit down and look into. And they said, it's driven you to wanting more clarity, wanting more understanding. Things that you have been distracted from, things that you have been overlooking, has your attention more than ever now. Okay, they said your nose is wide open. So you're able to feel. You have the sensitivity the way you're not sensitive right now emotionally, but you're sensitive to vibes, to energy. You're sensitive to things that you didn't even pay attention to. You're sensitive to energy that you didn't even acknowledge before. And they said they wanted that from you because you were so suffocated. You were so bogged down from everyone's energy around you. That's why they wanted to give you a new start. They wanted to give you that new start. They wanted you to be able to unnumb yourself. You had to numb yourself so much to try to deal with the pressure that was coming from being there for family, for being there for others. You became numb so you wouldn't feel as much, so you could be able to endure more, take even more. They wanted to release you from that pressure, from those burdens. They want you to be able to unnumb so if someone is loving on you, you can feel it. If someone is hating on you, you can feel it. If someone is encouraging you, you can feel it. If someone is tearing you down, you can feel it. Versus just existing, just going through the motions. A lot of you all are in your emotions because you're just going through the motions.
Mm. Don't know what to do with the
Don't know what to do,
emotions.
just feeling shit. Don't know why, don't know where to place it, don't know what to do with it, just know you feel it. They said they wanted you to grow up. They said it was kind of like you was a child having children. No one really placed you in a position to really trust you as an adult, look at you as an adult, So they say now they're allowing you to sit back, look, observe, feel, acknowledge. Obatala is taking a slow time with you. They're in no rush with you right now.
Yeah, I said not to feel that abandonment feeling either.
Yeah. The alone feeling. Don't regret any decisions you made.
Yeah, that's why as she was coming up, letting you know that your roads are always open. They're more open now. Yeah. They said the confidence is there, but they want you to have more confidence. But when they speak on having more confidence, not just confidence on how you look, not just confidence about what clothes you have on today, but confidence to know that you're going in the right direction. Confidence to know that you're working on yourself, that you're making good decisions, that you're breaking generational curses. Confidence in knowing that you're going in the right direction, that you're taken care of, that you're blessed. They want to see confidence in all those areas too. They want you to have confidence to know that you will have a family, that it will be balanced, that everything that you ask for and pray for will come. They want to see confidence in those areas. Say divine. Say divine. I'm not sure if you're around boats. I'm not sure if you was the one who was told to put a boat on their ancestors off so that maybe someone else who got that message before their spirits pulling. But boats are definitely coming up for you. You may, you may want to get one so you could be able to sail on the waters and not feel so much of a rock. I think that something's wrong because you can feel the waves. You're traveling. You're in the waters. Help you navigate. Feel the love and use it. Follow the good feels. If it feels funky, follow the good feels and you will get the best of you always. I say, powerful. Mm-hmm.
They want you to know that you have a dominant energy. You just don't use it. You may not have never known that you have a dominant personality, that you have a strong alpha personality, but you do. And you may have not begun as far as you want to get in life because you don't tap into that energy.
Mm. That's this full moon retrograde
You said
coming
it's
up.
some of y'all need that, y'all need that
Hmm.
word and you to stand up.
Yeah, a lot of times it's not the right time to be soft and timid. Sometimes it is a get up in your face situation that we have to do.
I said, absolutely. Not sure if you used to paint or ever painted before, but they said painting will be great for you. Painting will be a great way for you to show what you see, what you imagine, what you envision for your life. Not sure if you ever painted, but they said painting will be very great for you. I've always been very shy in the background. They said that's not even. They said that came for you because people always had too much shit going on around you. You really didn't know how to fit in. You didn't have a place. They said your place was to lead, to do something different, to show another way to handle something, to deal with something.
Mm.
That's what they said. That's why things never really worked out like you probably envisioned them to work out. They may have worked out, but not the way you wanted it to. Because you never stepped up to lead it into that direction. You just sat and watched and hoped and waited and prayed that it'll go that way versus knowing that you was given tools to help pave that way, to help make that way. No, the masculine energy we do have, our masculine energy is not always doing what men could do. There's other vibrations of masculine energy. Masculine energy is being farmed, not being able to be moved. Rock, earth energy. Do you have any questions? I said this is
I say I do, friend.
the doctors never find anything.
Mm.
Well, well. One, get better supporting shoes. I believe this came up for you. I don't know if women know this or not, but your feet, the care of your feet, does play a part of your abdomen and those
Mhm.
organs down there. Okay, so whatever you may be doing, they're saying that you was on your feet a lot, standing up a lot. That's why they do have you sitting down, especially if you're standing on concrete, on cement,
Mhm.
on the bottom every day. That can you brought better supporting shoes. Yeah, they're definitely serious about that. I would definitely like to look into it more. I don't know if have you ever been given the Babalaye cleanse? Have you ever given that? I know you were given diet changes. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Okay,
Mhm.
they're giving me some messages, but I don't want to say it in front of everyone. Would love to inbox you. I pray I don't forget these messages, so I would tell Baba what they are, and we'll check and see if that is true.
Mhm.
Father, didn't finally look at or look into these things.
Mhm.
Okay. Have you ever gotten X-rays? Did they ever do X-rays on you or sonograms on you when they was running tests? And they never see anything? They never see nothing. Oh, we must talk about this in the inbox.
Mm-hmm.
They does sonograms and X-rays and they never see nothing.
This is that generational curse. This is that mother son.
That's how they concluded you will not have children, but they are here. Yeah. We will relate to you the message. Um, in spirit, in the inbox. Just send us a message reminding us that those are messages that we didn't want to say out loud.
Mm-hmm. All right, that's two of y'all in the inbox. We will be with you all tomorrow. On top of everyone else who is booking within the inbox, I appreciate to everyone who is getting their full moon readings during this time.
Tomorrow is the last day for full moon readings.
I say make sure family, God's children, make sure you're booking your full moon readings monthly. This month we have two, family.
Yeah, two full moons, so I don't think you have to get both of them read. It would be nice if you could, but you at least want to check in this month and all those. Who was next, family? Was it Edith?
Edith.
Okay, so family, it's 2:41. I would like to ask Baba, can we get a cutoff?
2:45.
Yes, thank you. I love you.
Alafia. Almost Shangos is coming in the house. I say. Alafia. Almost Shango. Sherry Chanel. Family. We have a cutoff date. A cutoff time at 2:45. We have 3 minutes left, family. We have been on live for about 2 hours now, and we have actually four slots. 5 or 4
we
slots.
have 5 slots.
4 or 5 slots available now. There's the cutoff time, family. So 2:45 Eastern time, family.
Tomorrow is the last day to book your private full moon reading, which is a full moon reading. Many readings are for live, okay, because so many bookers in the inbox, we can't fill up all those spaces for mini readings. We'll keep that for live because we can't do full readings on live. We'll be on here 8 hours straight.
Yeah, but I say I don't think that'll ever happen, family.
So many readings are only for live. There's been y'all that's walking with us on the studio, so y'all already know that. By now, nothing new, nothing has changed. And if anyone wants to book Sequoia, the crystal ball, before Baba genuinely moves her.
With all my strength, family. With the help of family, I say.
So, I'm gonna ask you wait 2 more minutes. 2:45.
2 more minutes, family. If anyone else would like to go ahead and book a reading with Sequoia before Sequoia is moved back to the side and we get into the oracles for Edith Harris. I say I do pray. Thank you, family, for being patient with us as we still are out of town. But
yes.
everyone, once again, if you are in the Atlanta area and you're just now tuning in and you would like to get an in-person reading, let us know while we are in the Atlanta area and the Augusta area. Ashe. 2 minutes left, family. 1 minute left for anyone else who is trying to book a reading.
The crystal ball.
Book the 2:45.
It is 2:45?
Yeah, 2:45 to come off any reading.
Yes, any reading. Yes.
Yes, family, do let us know if you are in those areas before we leave the Georgia area. Last year, we was in Albany, we did Atlanta and Albany.
Yep. And we kept going back and forth
Back and
for
forth,
like 2 months
back and
straight.
forth.
2 months straight. Albany, Atlanta, Albany, Augusta, Atlanta, Albany, Augusta, Albany,
Yeah,
Atlanta. I
it
was
was too
like,
much, family. We're gonna be a lot smaller this year.
and then there was like Georgia, South Carolina, Virginia, South Carolina, West Virginia, Virginia, South Carolina, Georgia. I was like,
It was a lot of trouble, and it's because of the coronavirus, this COVID-19, that is our family while we prolong being on the road with family.
oh. We told family ahead of time. Family has been got off for us coming in town.
Yeah, if you listen, if you can, go ahead and get it done while we are in town, family.
Yes, we've actually suspended the stay because of things having to be done. So you all have a little bit more time with us in Atlanta before we have to add to Augusta, then New York. For those who are up north, make sure you all are booking your house cruises and blessings.
All my New Yorkers out there, make sure y'all getting y'all job, y'all work done. Ashe? All right, family. Cutoff time is here. So we are about to go ahead and move Sequoia. We are getting into our final reading for the night. That is our birthday girl, Edith Harris.
Edith,
Camacho.
You sent in enough donations for a blessing. You want a mini full moon reading? Okay, I was going to ask you, did you want a crystal ball reading? Did you want a crystal ball reading? Miss Edith Camacho Harris. Uh-oh. Someone do have new loves coming in their life. Ooh, I wonder who that is. Someone is having a nice, fun, flirty love coming to their life to help them get their groove back, help them get back into their feminine, girly energy. They said it's going to be a really fun, feminine energy. Somebody's going to enjoy this. I sure.
Receive it. You know who you are. What is it? What's saying?
If you believe this message is for you, I would definitely take offering for your ear sharing. Okay. And if you already have a good love in your life, I would still give thanks to you.
Awesome. Uh-oh, we got crystal ball.
Okay, so see, she did that. She wanted to come back out. Edith, have you ever gotten a crystal ball reading before? I believe she has. Yeah.
Awesome. Happy full moon once again, family. We are getting into the last reading of the night, and it is a crystal ball reading. Family, hit us in the inbox for your full moon, your full moon readings.
Yes, absolutely. I share. I hope they were nice messages. Okay. It's your birthday. The Cordon. We song happy birthday to you. In the Yoruba tradition, for those who didn't know what language that was.
Sure.
Also, we will have to give you a birthday reading as well. So is your birthday actually October 3rd? Is it October 3rd or October 2nd? We know you're our lovely number 8. 23rd. Okay, so we're gonna do that birthday reading. Is that for real?
Is she her number 8 year?
You are in your number
What?
8
Yeah,
year.
you gotta step it up when it comes to that oval. Wow.
You are in a number 8 year, love. That means you just came out of number 7. So that means on your birthday last year. Oh, I say you can throw that for the whole month and you
Okay.
Okay. So yes, last year on your birthday in 2019, you came to your your number 7 year, which is going to be a spiritual enlightenment year. It's going to be a year where you grow spiritually, you mature with your gifts, you get more gifts, you get more gifts. Yes. So now that we are in number 8 year, they want you to focus on financial growth. They want you to focus on business. They want you to focus on wealth, generational wealth. They want you to focus on manifestation.
I'll say, yeah, being a number 8 in your number 8 year, you gotta step it up. That means all those money ideas that you was having, it is time to put them into play. It is time to put the children to work. Not to sound like, some kind of sweatshop, but generational wealth tends to happen a lot quicker when you have the whole generation working at it. Being in number 8 is bringing it to that next level. Being in the number 8 year is manifesting that next level. So, echo share.
Absolutely. And just a little FYI, that's not TMI. I'm in my number 8 years too.
Yay! I say.
I love it. Oh my goodness. You literally tune in like every blue moon. And y'all, we found out where that term came from.
Right, we did.
You was here with us from the beginning. She was here when you were loyal. Alafia, love. Wow.
Alafia, couple. Oh, we missed you as well. We pray everything is wonderful with you and the family.
Oh my goodness, seriously?
Confirmation. It's okay.
Actually, all right, y'all. We got to get into this reading. I believe this is actually the last reading of the night. If you did, send in before 2:45. Let us know. I don't think anyone did, but just to make sure, this will be the last reading of this live Family Fun with your personal full moon readings in a month where we get 2 full moons. I'm not sure if y'all know. Tomorrow's the last day. That's right. Papa Lekba, Ashura, you come to on behalf of Edith Camacho Harris. Edith Camacho Harris. Yes, the great messages on behalf of Edith Camacho Harris. Great ancestors. Yes, the great messages on behalf of Edith Camacho Harris in this fullness. Ashura, Dr. Camacho. Yes.
Lodo, amigo.
Oh, we come to on behalf of Edith Camacho Harris. Yes, the great messages on behalf of Edith Camacho Harris. Oladamar. Yes, the great messages on behalf of Edith Camacho Harris. During this hearing, it's actually telling us some messages about one of the longest art form fighting style. Me and Baba was over here getting messages for you, okay? Exciting. Yes, not sure if you've been wanting to study a certain form of fighting, a certain form of art of fighting style, like jiu-jitsu or kung fu, any type of fighting style that you've been researching, it say do it. It would be great. It would be fun. It would be active, which you used to be in the military. This would be a great way to start exercising some of those muscles you used to use. Not sure if that idea has come across you yet.
And hey, listen, because I was over here picking up some relationship messages and not exactly positive one. It was more like lustful relationship, like lustful egos, like men, like
We've
other
had these
people
messages before.
coming towards you. So I'm thinking Shango wants you to pick up on your strategy tactics and getting up on protecting yourself.
Actually.
So definitely pick up some jujitsu, some hapkido.
Sword mastering, Ashe, they want you to do
Hmm.
it.
Do it.
They definitely want you to do
Start
it.
off with some fencing. Definitely.
They definitely want you to get into that. Ashe. Baking has came up for you. That's cool. That's great. I'm not sure if that message is how came up for you before. I've seen it come up for someone else. I'm not sure if you got in that message before. They say you are great at baking. You have so much fun baking with the children as far as like cakes, brownies, cookies, of those things. They want to say they're proud of you. They say you've been reaching these kind of down moments where you may get down or get emotional, get heavy. And they said that's only because you're finally releasing. They said you have not looked at of how long you've actually held things in, had to hold things in. Wasn't in a position, wasn't in the right place where you could release, where you could get those emotions out. So they say you've had emotions built up for years. So they said now you came to this point where you may have low moments or low points that come up out of nowhere uncontrolled and it kind of scares you. They said don't get scared. They said don't get scared. It's actually a release of emotions that has been pinned up. It don't even have to be things that are going on right now. You may be identifying it to things that may be happening right now. Okay. But that doesn't mean that they are. You're just being triggered. It's kind of like a spiritual PTSD, an emotional PTSD. So they want to let you know continue to purge. Continue to take your time and releasing those emotions. They may be uncontrolled right now. They may be unorthodox right now. They may not have a pattern right now. You may not be able to pinpoint where it's coming from. But they say because it's unneeded, it's unwanted. It's unwanted feelings that you've had sitting in hidden, stored up like you got a storage someplace that's just for emotions that you don't have time to deal with. That had to be cleansed out, or you weren't going to have any energy, any mental space, any feelings towards any new projects. You weren't going to be able to attach yourself to projects and actually have feelings for new things. You were going to start them, yeah, and want to move on because your storage space for feelings and emotions is already filled up. They want you to continue to purge, and they want you to continue to be proud of yourself. They want you to continue to be proud of yourself. That's going to inspire you to want to do more. The more you're proud of yourself, the more you're going to want to continue to make yourself proud of yourself. And to feel that, to feel yourself accomplish things that you set out for. They say you're a real go getter. You're a true go getter. You love accomplishing things. You love things like awards, accolades, you know,
Achievements.
achievements. Absolutely. So they said you would achieve more achievements when you find more appreciation for the ones you have made in short period of times and long period of time. Even achievements that you feel like are not big, and achievements that you may feel like took you too long to achieve. They want you to appreciate all blessings, large and small, because it's still a blessing.
I'm sure. Being appreciative. That was another big subject this week. Being appreciative of the blessings we do have so that more can come.
Absolutely. Fragrances. They said fragrances have really spiked your attention. They want you to play with fragrances. You may want to get into oils. You may want to get into perfumes, selling perfumes and collections.
Mm-hmm.
They say you have a great energy when it comes to scents and smells and picking smells for people.
Especially if you're into the candle making too.
And shit. They want you to have more alone time for yourself, time where you can actually sit and drink tea or coffee, read a book, enjoy a sunrise. They want you to get into being able to
Mm-hmm.
be present for a sun rising.
That was a recent. Yeah, I was a message out before too as well. Getting time in a new day, embracing nature.
That will help her spirit. I should have a lot of moon energy, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
dark moon, new moon
Mm-hmm.
energy as well, shadow moon energy. That can help her remain balanced throughout the day and can remember things and be
Mm-hmm.
present during the day and not just more alert at night. Be present for when the sun rises. It'll be a great charge up for you. I shade for candles. Okay.
For the oils. Essentially been having memory problem dealing with the moon is going to help her with that both sides of the moon.
Okay.
Gonna help her with her memory.
Yep. Yes, they still want you working with the moon, but they want you to know a great way to charge your energy instead of waiting for nighttime to try to bust out last minute things. They want to help you elongate your day. They want to help you stretch out and create those extra hours that everyone wish we had in the day. There's not enough hours in a day. Well, I read the Bible and they said the next day starts at sundown. We've been living a life where the next day starts at the next sunrise.
Mm.
So that means we are not making use of all the hours we done added on to our day. They wanted to show you how you can elongate your day. Not the family, not getting the whole family on board on the same schedule. They said leaders know how to stagger people. Bosses know how to stagger people. Managers, they know how to create schedules for people. They're not, you know, scheduling people at the same time wrongly. They said they want you to know how to stagger your day and how to elongate your day. Not that you can get more done in your day. They say you don't have a problem getting things done during the day, but they really talking about things like remembering things, keeping up with things, not getting so distracted so easy. I say I am outside every night looking up at the celestial bodies. I need balance.
Also.
So they say you're actually escaping. You call it looking up. They say that is your fly away moment.
Mm-hmm.
So
Transporting into the stars.
So as everybody need to know how to astro, as everybody need to know how to get away. Sometimes just get the fuck, just escape. Guess what? The balance of that is to ground. hmm if you know how to escape and just breathe and just to find another moment to enjoy it within that moment, which is always beautiful. So you know how to come back. You know how to come back. And sometimes you got to come back to what you was on before you drifted off. How often do we do that? How often are we really able to drift off into thought, into space, or whatever it may be, and when you come back, you remember the last thing you were saying or doing or thinking about? Or are you on to something else? So they want you to have anchors within your home, anchors that you can bring you back to certain things that you want to get done in your day. Because they say you work so hard and now you have control of how your days could be spent and used. Remember when that wasn't, there was a time where that wasn't. Remember the times where you didn't have control of how your day goes,
Mm-hmm.
and now have you walked into that? don't have anything that you like to have with.
Beautiful messages. Working more, and you always getting these messages. Working more with the elements, working more with nature, working more with the different sides. As a child of Oya, that is something that we naturally have to be comfortable with doing, working with all the sides. So yes, if we're going to be working with the sun, we're going to be working with the moon. That is the yin and yang that Spirit was speaking on earlier, having that balance. You came in after that conversation. You have any questions?
Asha, we hope you enjoy your
I
birthday.
said, enjoy your birthday. Enjoy your birthday. Make sure you call your mother up. Make sure, because we all know that in this culture that it is not our birthday, but it is the birthday of the ones who brought us into this world. So we celebrate them.
Asha.
I said,
Family, we enjoyed you all. Thank you for all of you all that tuned in. Even caught the replay. Thank you so much.
I say, remember, family, we are out of town. We are in the Atlanta area. So make sure if you do want the House of Confirmation to come out to your area, to your house, book us while we are in Atlanta and the Augusta area. Book us before we leave back out of town. I say, family, we love you
We love you.
and we thank you. And
Until
until next time,
Oda.
Oda.
Oda, family.